Coming up in tonight's show, we're constantly bombarded with choices over who we should be and how we should act. But how do we know which choices are the right ones? And what happens when we feel lost and confused over the person we're becoming? Well, tonight's guest has an answer. She was stumbling through life without any direction. That is, until she let faith in. Stay tuned if you want to find out how tapping into your intelligent faith can help you become the person you want to be.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our program, Finding Answers. And tonight, we are going to be hearing about testimonies that I'm sure you who are watching us will be able to see that life can be transformed, life can be changed. You know that here in our program, Finding Answers, we have many testimonies that prove to us that God didn't change. God has the power to transform us, as you saw in our introduction. Our program today is about finding direction. It is possible to find direction through faith. Maybe you who are watching us, you are wondering where your life is going. Time passes, right? Year passes, and especially nowadays, time flies. We never notice. It's like, yesterday is just like yesterday. We started the year 2017, but now look, we are already in the month of May, and we are running out of time, people. And maybe when you look at your life, you see that your situation is still the same. It's like you are stuck in time. Now, is it possible to find direction? Is it possible to change this? Yes, it is. And we are going to prove it to you with our live guests. We are going to prove it to you with our testimonies, with all these messages. So I would like you to stay tuned. I would like you to stay focused, because I do believe that through this program, all of you who are watching us will find a way out of your problems. I would even want you to even call us right now, because maybe as you are watching this program, you need someone to actually talk to you and give you some directions. You see, we have some advisors. They are available right now to receive your call and to help you. You can call us. The number is there in your screen. It's 020-7686-6300. Call us right now, and I do believe that they will help you, okay? Before we move forward with our program, I would like to show you one testimony. Pay attention to this. This testimony can change everything. It can change your vision, all right? So pay attention, and I believe it will touch your life.
My childhood years were quite confusing. First, I was growing up with my mom and my dad, and things started going really bad. And my mom and my dad decided they can't be together anymore. And so my mom had to go and work abroad, and I was left with my dad and his siblings. And so I didn't know where I belonged. There was a lot of abuse. You called names, every time you tried to do something good, it wasn't good enough. As I was growing up in my teenage years, we migrated to England. My mom and my dad remarried. After that, I decided, I really wanted to get married, because I used to always look at my mom's pictures, her wedding pictures, and admire her dress. And I said I wanted, to get married, have a Cinderella wedding. And I did. I had a very big wedding, white horses. And, it was a very, very beautiful wedding, But not knowing, getting into the marriage, I hadn't dealt with, deep issues that I had encountered when I was little. I found myself getting into fights with my ex-husband. The downfall of our marriage started when I discovered he was into pornography, and that just broke me, because for me, I just thought, oh, this just distorted me as a woman. I tried every angle to please him, to dress up. I was thinking, what can I do that would keep him and just look at me rather than any other woman? And it didn't help, really. It really didn't help. It just broke me even more, because he didn't stop. And then after some time, I found out he's cheating with my best friend. But within those 10 years, I'd started taking alcohol just to try and suppress the pain and, not understanding why I wasn't good enough, I thought then. So, you know, my addiction to alcohol even got worse. And I met with my ex-boyfriend, and I drank so much alcohol, and, you know, we had a one-night stand. And I realized in the morning, I called my ex-husband, then he was my husband. I called him and I was like, this happened. I'm really, really sorry. I mean, I don't know what happened, you know, sincerely, this is not me. I was just caught in that situation, but then I came back and, you know, we started living together. We went counseling and we spoke, and I even had my youngest child. And then after that, my friend, now it was official that, you know, they're in a relationship. Not long after, he asked for a divorce, and I got so depressed. I just wanted, you know, I wanted to take my life. I found myself in A&E, but I didn't die, of course, because God was there, you know, and I had people around that helped me, the church, you know, that I attend, and they helped me through it all. And yeah, so now I'm very, very happy, you know. I'm staying with my children now, and as a single parent, I'm building my life, you know, I'm getting myself into a business, you know, part-time job, and I've found answers in, you know, different areas of my life. I've discovered myself, my value, you know, I don't need to be crying for a man or begging him, you know. I have greater things and more wonderful things to look forward to. And yeah, my life is happy.
What a testimony. You who are watching us, did you see that? The life of this person changed because the person learned how to use the power of faith. And if you have been watching this program, you saw, you are seeing and you are learning that faith is not just belief in God, but faith is the power given to us to change our situation. So tonight's topic is about finding direction. It's possible to find direction through faith. And tonight, here with us in the studio, we have Rachel. Rachel, how are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, very good. Rachel, what can you say about this topic tonight?
Well, finding direction, it's something which obviously a lot of people struggle with at some point in their life. And how do people live with the fact that they aren't doing what they want to be doing? Well, they do what we all do, and they make up excuses. So I've been looking at the 3 most common excuses people make when they're scared to change or improve their life. Now, Pastor Christian, do you have any idea what the most common one might be, the most common excuse people make?
Wow, there are many, but please tell us, what is it?
Okay, I like how you turned that around there. Well, the first is, I'm happy enough. So a lot of people say this, they say, I'm happy enough with what I've got, but deep down, they know that they actually want to change. And the way to find out if you use this excuse is to ask yourself, in 5 years' time, would you still be happy in the place that you're at now? What would make the greatest difference to this happiness which you have now? Because usually there's always something which we can do to improve our happiness, or to at least have some kind of goal to look forward to. And the second excuse is that it's not financially possible. Now, this might not be the case, but actually for a lot of people, if they have a dream and it's money holding them back, it's not really an excuse. We aren't encouraging you to be irresponsible here, but if you speak to a professional and work out a financial plan, there is usually a way forward. So this one really comes down to actually taking that step, that practical step, and communicating with someone else, maybe an expert in that field. So not throwing your money away, but looking at it and finding out if there's a way, the small steps that you can take to get to where you want to be. And the third most common excuse is the old, what will people think of me one. But the minute you stop spending your energy on what others think of you and start to invest this energy on the things that you actually want in life, the faster that you'll find that doors open and you find out who your true friends are and who you actually want to be surrounded by anyway. So it's good to remember that you're never going to make everyone happy, so you need to stop compromising your own happiness for that of others. What do you think of them, Pastor Christian?
Wow, this is really an eye-opener, because you see, these three excuses, like you said, I agree with that. Many people, they don't have directions in their life because, for example, the first one, you say many people are, it's like they are content, they are happy. But inside of them, there is that void, that emptiness. Because, you see, each of us, we must have a purpose in life. I really don't believe that we are just born to live our life, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, hopefully. And then after that, we die. I don't believe that. I believe that we were born with a purpose. There is something else. It's not just to work, to study, to work, and then after that, nothingness. No. There is a reason for us to live. And this direction is what many people are lacking. So it's not because they are happy, but because I believe they are content of their situation. Like Rachel said, it's an excuse. Many people are just satisfied with the way things are because it's comfortable, right? So the question is this. Maybe you are watching us and you say, but Pastor, you know what? I tried everything. I mean, I did my best, and it seems like everywhere I go, there is this wall blocking me. I don't move forward. So I think maybe this is life. Maybe this is, how do they say this here, Rachel? It's written in my palm, written in the stars. Is it something like this?
It's written in the stars. Yeah, that's classic.
In my country, it's written in my palms. It's like, this is my destiny.
Yeah.
I tried my best, but nothing happened, so this is my destiny. People, I don't believe that. I do not believe. I don't believe with this destiny stuff. No. I believe that we choose the kind of life we have. And you will see this. You will see this. Because tonight, in our studio, we have Meredith, our testimony, life testimony. And she will tell us exactly what was going on, okay? What happened in her life before, how her life was before, and how it is right now. And maybe you who are watching may say, but I don't know, is this true? I don't know if your testimonies is real or is made up. I don't know. Let us see. Let us see. We are going to talk to her after this break. When we come back, we're going to speak to her. And I want you to judge for yourself. Okay? I understand that maybe there are people who are watching us that they are skeptical because of what happened in their life. I understand this. But please, give us a chance. Give, this program a chance to give you, a spark. Maybe all you need is a little push. So give us this chance. And I do believe that if you learn tonight, your situation will also change through the power of faith. So we're going for a break. And when we come back, we're going to introduce to you our testimony.
Do the maths. Changing your life is not as simple as changing your hairstyle, your shirt, or rearranging the furniture in your living room. You're talking about years of deep-rooted habits, behaviours and problems that are not going to change overnight. Many may say, think positively, but the trouble with that is that you can't do or change anything with just thoughts. But add action into the equation and the outcome can be different. Let's do the maths. Positive thinking plus action equals a change. Whatever it is, if the change is significant, if it's worthwhile, then it will have to take time, effort and homework from you.
Hi, I'm Chrissy B and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show.
Welcome back to Finding Answers. And if you've just tuned in, tonight's topic is it's possible to find direction through faith. Now, maybe you're sitting at home right now and you're feeling like you lack the motivation to actually go for what you want to do in life. Well, you're not alone. Many people feel the same way as you or have felt the same way as you in the past. But what I've got now is a very special section where I speak to people about how they found their faith and how it changed the course of their life. So let's go out and see what these people had to say. Hi and welcome to another week of Through Faith It's Possible. In this section, we like to show how the power of faith can change the course of someone's life. And today I'm here with Karine to tell her story. Hi Karine.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Good. Would you like to tell your story on your finding faith?
Oh, before my life was a mess. I was going through immigration problem, and it was really hard for me, really hard, difficult for me, yeah, really so hard. And I couldn't even find food to eat, not even for my child. Yeah, we used to cry a lot. We used to, walk most of the time. Yeah, didn't have bus fare to take the bus. And through the power of faith, I've overcome this situation. Yeah, and today I am happy. Today I'm free. Today I don't, I'm not going through that problem anymore. I've got my own place. Yeah, I've got my own place. I'm not going to say, it's easy. I'm not going to say that everything fall into place, but at least I'll come out of that situation, which is a pain, for me. And, and I'm glad that I overcome that problem, because it's unbearable, to see that you're here and you don't have certain documents to move forward, to do what you want to do. And, I'm so happy. Yeah, I am so happy.
That's so good to hear. Would you say that your whole mindset's changed now?
Yeah, my own mindset changed, positive. It's like, when I receive it, it's like, I don't know, but for me, I can say it's like a burden, that heavy burden come right over me, because like I'm carrying a burden, and I'm free. When I receive it, it's like I feel so light. Yeah, I feel really light, and my whole future changed, really changed. My whole look changed. Yeah, I was happy, I was smiling, and everyone used to say, "Oh, you look different," and I said, "Oh." I said, yeah, I feel a bit lighter in myself, Yes, I'm happy, yeah.
Yeah, you seem really confident. That's such a great story. Thank you so much for sharing it. Yeah. And if you yourself at home are going through something similar, maybe you're having problems with immigration yourself, please do call one of our advisors. You can call us on 0207 686 6300. That's 0207 686 6300. They're always here to listen, and hopefully this story has inspired you to seek the help that you need from faith as well. And that's it from this week, so we're going to go back to the studio now. So as we can see, that was greatly inspiring. And now we're going to go over to another inspiring story with our live guest. But quickly, I want to check, if you're at home and you have social media, please let us know what you think of the show and what you think on tonight's topic. You can, as always, get in touch with us through Facebook if you look up Finding Answers. You can also find us on Instagram at Finding Answers, where we do post some behind the scenes footage as well, if you want to see that. And we're also on YouTube, so if you want to look up any of the old episodes, just type in Finding Answers into YouTube. So now we're going to go over to our live guest, Meredith, who's waiting with Pastor Christian to tell her story.
It's pushing me for the rest of the week, so it's like a boost.
Things were really tight.
Today, the way I see myself is completely different.
Hi, welcome back to our program, Finding Answers. And the topic for tonight is, it's possible to find a direction through faith. And tonight, as we told you, we have here Meredith. How are you, Meredith?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
Meredith, now you are well. Now, I can see that you are happy, you are, blessed. But it wasn't like this before, isn't it? Please, I would like you to share with us, how was your life before?
Okay, so my life before, finding direction through faith, my life was just simply faithless. So by that I mean, like, I was living life, as living every day as I went by, but I had no sense of direction in life. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life or whatnot, just living life as it went. no flavour, nothing to my life, just, just living. So I did go through situations, problems and whatnot. But at this time, I hadn't really gone through the most serious of problems in life until later on. However, at that time, that's when I used to wonder about faith, about, if God was there for me, if I could ever have God in my life or whatnot. I used to think about that. And I think that that's probably a point that everyone, at least once in their life, comes to that point where they think, okay, does God really exist? Or can I ever receive God in my life?
Tell me, Meredith, you said that it's like you were lost. Yeah? You were lost in life. You didn't know what you wanted in life. But how was it? Were you studying at that time? How was it?
Yes, I was studying. I was studying at the time. But yeah, just studying for the sake of studying.
But you have no, something specific, né? You're just studying because everybody else is studying.
Yeah, as a way, and it gave me something to do as well, because there was even a point, I got to the point in my life that I used studying as something just to do, just studying, so I wouldn't really think about my problems, wouldn't really think about life. Okay, let me just study. So that was like more of a cover-up. Okay, I'm just studying, so I'm taking my mind off everything else.
So you were not happy with the type of life that you had before?
No, because I always knew that. I always thought maybe there's something more to life. It's just something more to life, basically. I just thought there was something more. That's what I wanted.
Meredith, this is something interesting because, like we were saying in the beginning of this program, many people, they have this issue in their life and they try to cover it up by giving the excuse. Rachel even said that's the first excuse people give, that they are happy. Yeah. They are content with what they have, but the truth is not. There is something missing in them. Many people, for example, you were studying, and how many students are studying right now, but they don't even have a plan. They just study for the sake of studying, like you said. Ne? But I know. For example, in my country, we have many students who study for years. I'm telling you, many years, and at the end of everything, they don't even know why they studied. They don't know where to go. Was that your case as well?
Yeah, for a couple of years, yes. There was a time that I didn't really take it much seriously, then there was a time that I did, because I was starting to realise what I wanted to do. But this all links into how I found direction with faith. So when I was getting to the point that I had to really make up my mind what I wanted to do in career-wise in my future, then I was starting to get direction.
How old were you when this was happening?
When I had no direction.
You didn't know what to do,
Okay, I think about 16, 17, 18, yeah.
And how about your family? Are they supportive? I don't know. How are they?
Family-wise, they always had what they wanted for me, their purpose, purpose, or what they wanted me to be in life and whatnot. So they always had that. Okay. And I hear what they said, but I knew that's not. I knew there was more. I wasn't just here on this earth just to do that. So
it's like they have a plan for you, and they are satisfied that you are going that way, but that is not exactly what you wanted for yourself. Is it like this?
Yeah. But I never actually went during that path, because what they wanted for me didn't really appeal to me, because I knew that that's not really what I want. That's not what I desire inside.
But what do you feel then? Because I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like you are just doing this to make them happy. But personally, what would you feel then? Do you feel frustrated because you are not doing what you actually want? Is it like this?
Well, at that time, because I was just doing my GCSEs and whatnot, I hadn't gone into university or anything. So I never got to the point that I had to choose exactly the career that I wanted, so I never got to that point yet. So whilst I was going through secondary school, they'll talk about, becoming a nurse or whatnot. But then, because I had loads of subjects in secondary school anyway, so they were saying that, but then I didn't have to actually take a decision then, just when I was choosing subjects for, let's say, college and whatnot. Then I thought, okay, let me choose a bit of different subjects. So some subjects that they want just to please them, then two others that are completely different. Because I had no.
What a confusion.
Yeah, it's a different thing, just to try and open up my options.
And my friends, this testimony, maybe it sounds familiar because I know exactly what she's saying, because even in my family, I have a situation that is a bit similar, but not with me, but with my cousin. While you're speaking here, I remember my cousin as well. It's amazing. See, I studied with my cousin, the same class, everything the same, so it's like we're competing. But then she was, she opened up to me. She said that she wasn't happy. She was frustrated even because her family, the side of her family, wanted her to be someone, and she doesn't want that, that career for herself. She was just doing that to please the family. And this is sad. You who are watching us right now, if you are a parent, you have to be careful about this. Many times, people is wondering, what to do to be successful, right? One rule to be successful is for you to do what you like. Are you getting that? For you to be successful, you have to do what you like. You must love what you do. Now, I understand that many parents, they want to, give direction to their children. I believe, that's what they want it for. They want the best for you. Yeah? But in some situation, this can be very tricky, because maybe you have to be careful, because maybe you are trying to lead your children to live your dream and not their dream, and they become, lost. I mean, they don't have any direction. They are following your direction, not theirs. So they end up frustrated. And for a good part of your life, that part of your life, you were like this. You were lost. You don't know what to do. Yeah? Okay. We will speak to her after this break, because when we come back, we are going to have Pastor Michael with us. And I'm going to give a good time for you to explain to us and to share with us what happens next. Because before this program, you were talking to me about how faith changed you. How you found, direction through faith. Is it possible? Well, we are going to hear. We are going to hear from her how her faith was able to manifest and change everything, all right? So we are going for a break right now, and when we come back, you will hear how her life changed.
Do the maths. Changing your life is not as simple as changing your hairstyle, your shirt, or rearranging the furniture in your living room. You're talking about years of deep-rooted habits, behaviours and problems that are not going to change overnight. Many may say, think positively, but the trouble with that is that you can't do or change anything with just thoughts. But add action into the equation and the outcome can be different. Let's do the maths. Positive thinking plus action equals a change. Whatever it is, if the change is significant, if it's worthwhile, then it will have to take time, effort and homework from you.
Growing up without a father figure was quite hard for me. I really grew up with a really negative mindset, I could say. So in school, I had a lot of friends, because I was a really, popular guy. And I will be influenced and also influence others. And most of the time it won't be good for good things. It will be for rob from the shop or play fight or do something silly. It was always due to be something negative. I believe the worst moment I had was where I had to really see if I had true friends. And I was coming back from school. One of the area boys in that time approached me with a knife, threatening to, kill me or stab me, and asking for my stuff at that time. At the time, I found it hilarious. The reason why is because I had 5 friends and it was only one person. But within a space of time, 2-3 friends disappeared out of nowhere, said they had to go to the shop. After that, I received, a really hard hit on my face, and I was still in shock at that moment because I was thinking, I'm with my friends, why are they just standing there? And then that's when I realized I didn't have true friends. It's when I went negative and I said, I want revenge. I had hatred inside of me. I got involved with much more things, addictions, fraud, stealing, robberies. I got involved with drugs, so many things that made me even a more negative person. Like, it was just more bitter and bitter as days went past. I was getting more negative. I just didn't care. I just didn't care about life. I didn't care about, what people think about me. I didn't care about nothing. All I cared about was doing what I think I should do, what I think is right. So I became really proud. I can say. So everything changed when a friend of mine invited me to a place, and I said, look, I'm not really a social person, but I'm gonna come because if you're saying whatever, this place can help me, because I knew that person and I saw that they've changed a bit and they used to go through the same things I was going through. So I came, and that's when I started to see results from coming and seeing myself invest in my career, seeing myself invest in my health. Every single area I saw development. So today I'm no longer involved in all these negative, surroundings, environments. I'm self-employed, I run a printing company. It's really developed in the last few years. And I really see a future. I have the vision to see even greater things to come. Yeah, it's funny, I see my old friends and they are shocked when they see me. They're like, wow, Taffy, it's been 5-6 years and you're still like shining, you're still smiling. Like, how'd you do it? Many of them actually have asked me how and where do they go, because they really see a difference inside of me.
Hi, welcome back to our program, Finding Answers. And as you know, tonight we are talking to Meredith about how her life changed after leaving this part of her life where she had no direction at all. And tonight I have here Pastor Michael. Pastor Michael, how are you?
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Good, Pastor Michael.
Switching positions for tonight.
All right. Pastor Michael, you heard what she said, right? For, some years of her life, she was just doing, what the family is saying to please them. And it's actually a good thing. But personally, I think it left a hole in her life, in her, in her heart. What can you say about this?
I've spoken to a lot of people, young people, who, of course, it's right that you must listen to your parents. But sometimes the parents, they obviously want the best for their child.
Sure.
And some parents kind of force their child to get into the career that maybe they didn't get into, they weren't successful at. So they want that in their child. And they force everything. They even invest money in education and things like that. But it's not what that person, that young person wants. Parents say, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. Be a doctor, be a lawyer. But maybe they want to be an artist. Maybe they want to be a singer, for example. And so we see that when this happens, in their studies, 2-3 years into that degree, they lose
interest.
All interest, and they even give up. And they end up worse off than, even if they did, qualify and pass that degree and do well, right? Yes. They're not satisfied inside. And so that's how Meredith was. There was no direction. If your parents are forcing you to do something that maybe she didn't want to do.
It's like you are living someone else's life, isn't it? You are living the dream of someone else. And I think it's even pressure. Can we say it brings pressure to people, right?
Yeah, I believe it did bring pressure to them.
How about you, Meredith? Was it something heavy, a pressure for you to meet the expectation of people?
The pressure would increase because now I have to make certain choices that I would have to invest a lot in the choice that I make. So I used to wonder a lot about, does God exist? is he real? Can he ever come into my life? Can he, ever show me a sense of purpose? Like, why was I born? Why was I here on this earth? So through this search, I actually knew about prayer. That's something that I knew about, because I learned it from religion, but at the same time, I understood it as, speaking, talking to God. So I used to ask God, can he come into my life and whatnot? But at the same time, I always felt down about myself. I thought I wasn't good enough for God to come into my life and whatnot. So I would ask God to forgive me my mistakes, my sins, my flaws, my imperfections. And that's something that I will ask all the time, God, forgive me, and then ask him to come into my life and whatnot. So sometimes I would believe, sometimes I wouldn't. So I was really, really up and down.
Up and down, yeah. It's very religious prayer, like a mechanical prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah? And then,
most
what happened?
of the time it was like, exactly that. And I didn't know that there was actually, that prayer makes a difference, because then I saw over a period of time, God was directing me. It's like he was directing me to a way that I can find help. So there's this time when I was just in town, in a shopping mall, and then someone spoke to me, they offered me a magazine, and this magazine was from a faith-based centre. I took the magazine, I read, and was really inspired by it. And whatnot, but because of that year I was going on holiday and I misplaced the magazine. I wasn't sure where I kept it, if I took it with me or where it was. So when I came back, even though the thought of it was in my mind, I didn't remember the name of the place or anything. I didn't remember anything, so I had to forget about it and then just carry on with life in my search, for answers. Then a couple of months after that, I was in North London, and then I saw a place, and they used to have like a banner. Are you looking for a sign from God? Or something, had a banner there. And it caught my attention, so I ended up going into this place. And I spoke to someone, and then they told me about what happens there in the place and whatnot. And then they invited me to a session during the week, in the evening during the week, but because of how far I was from where I lived and whatnot, so I ended up not coming back. Right. So of course, if I really was ready to change my life, if I was really at the point of desperation at that time, I believe that I would have still come, no matter the distance.
There's no excuses.
Yeah, no excuses, as we were speaking about earlier. So I didn't come, so I eventually forgot about it, just going on with life, searching, why am I here on this earth, can God come into my life, what does he want from me and whatnot.
And this is the second time.
Yeah, the second time.
This is the second time, eh?
Yeah.
God spoke to you the first time. God spoke to you the second time, right? And it's like you want to find direction, but then you are not really willing to do your part. Eh?
Yeah.
Not really 100% there.
And at this time, all this time, I didn't realize that it was God that was directing me.
Yes.
I just saw it as a coincidence, magazine, going into this place, just a coincidence.
But then, Meredith, tell us, when you finally, let's say, grab that opportunity, because I am sure God presented another opportunity to you. Yeah,
last one, yeah.
Right? And you grabbed it.
Yes.
What happened then?
So the third and final opportunity that I got, and I know some people, they have many more opportunities. Maybe I had more opportunities, but it's just 3 significant times that I recall the most. So I took the opportunity, and then it's actually all 3 of those opportunities were actually linked together, but I didn't realise that it was. I didn't realise that the magazine that I received back then had anything to do with the place that I just randomly entered in, because it was like 2 different sides of London. And then so I ended up coming later, like probably a year after that.
And in that place, did you learn when you finally came? Did it help you to to realize something, to learn something?
Yeah, realize first of all. I realized that faith is something that is inside of us. We all have faith, so it's something that is a part of our life. We use it every day. Like when we leave our house in the morning, we have faith that we're going to come back, see our family and whatnot. And during the time that I actually came, that's when things were a bit more difficult for me. I had much more problems, in my life, and I didn't really have faith in myself. My faith in God was a bit, and the faith to live even, that was something that was, constantly contemplated in my mind. Right. So I discovered that faith was actually inside of myself, and I have to choose. I have faith. I have to choose where I put my faith. Am I going to put my faith in God? Am I going to put my faith in what my parents want for my life? I'm going to put faith in myself. And I realised that, yes, I can put faith in God, but I have to also put faith in myself.
You have to believe that you can do it. Ne?
Yeah, exactly.
So what happened when you learn to use your faith, to believe in yourself, to believe that God will provide, to believe in yourself? Did your situation change after this?
It certainly did. That's when I came to find that God could come into my life, and God, even before I was born, God already had a plan for me, what He wanted for my life. And at this point of my life, that's when I was getting into the point of, choosing what I was to do for the rest of my life and whatnot. And I was really inspired by things that I would see there at the faith-based centre that I was going to, the place of worship. I was really inspired, and inside of me was just growing the desire just to be, like, to help others.
Right.
Yeah, to help others, people, person and whatnot. So everything I did after that, everything I chose to study and whatnot, it was all based upon that things that I thought can probably help me to get to where God wants me. And those things really pushed me, really motivated me, because now it wasn't me trying to meet the expectations of what others say, okay, this is what your life is going to be.
Yes.
But I can actually determine what I want my life to be.
You choose how you want your life to be now, huh?
And through my faith, through what I choose, whether difficult
whatever way you want, even though it's hard, you can make it.
Through faith.
How is Meredith now?
Today, I know that whatever I want to achieve, I can achieve. But I know that I know where my life is, and I know that
there is this direction, isn't it? The direction that you know what to reach now. You know.
I know where I'm going, basically.
Are you satisfied now? I mean, are you happy? Are you doing what you want? Is it like this? Do you have the satisfaction inside of you now? Being happy, doing what you like.
Yes. So every day I'm taking steps towards, what I believe that I've been placed on this earth to do, and the more that I fulfill that, the more fulfilled I become inside of myself.
Pastor Michael, we see this testimony as an example. When a person learns how to use their faith, suddenly, there's this clear direction that comes from God, right?
Yeah. Some people, they don't believe that faith can help them. And some people even say, where is God? But in Meredith's case, God gave her 3 opportunities? Three?
Can you imagine?
In
different places.
But 3 that I really remember. Those 3 really link together.
Exactly. So, first of all, that's a sign. And it's not just one person. This is many opportunities that God has given to people. We don't realize it then. It's only when we look back.
It's like a puzzle, huh?
Yeah. And when when we start to apply and grow in our faith, then we start to see things falling into place. It's like the puzzle. It starts to
put the pieces there,
right? And because of that, now she can say, I know where I'm going. She said, I know the steps I'm taking. So she knows the path, the journey that she's taking. Whereas before, it's like she didn't know what to do, where to go. And this is what faith is. When we are assured of ourselves, when you use your faith in God, some people believe in themselves. But when you believe in yourself, you'll only reach a certain limit or a certain point. But when your faith is in God, coupled with belief in yourself, you can achieve anything.
There's no limit, nah? There's no limit. What an amazing testimony.
Yes, and even for myself, there is times when I don't know what the next step is to take. Like, I don't know what else to do. But because I have faith, I have the assurance that God is guiding me, He is with me. So I may know, okay, the next step to take, but I don't know what the step after that is. But then because I know He's guiding me, I know that I'm going to be able to
It's gonna become reality, right? And that's it. My friend, this is a leap of faith, right? So listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a break right now, and when we come back, Pastor Michael and we're going to be talking a little bit more about this, because we need to talk to you about this situation, because maybe you are watching us and you are there. You have no direction, or maybe you are just living for the sake of living, doing what others are expecting you to do, but you are not really, fulfilled. That is the word. You are not fulfilled. You are not happy. We're going to be talking about this, and then we're going to pray as well. So I would like you to prepare a glass of water, because as you know, in our program, we pray for God to bless this water so that when you drink it, you're going to drink the power of God inside of you. All right? We will come back.
Where DKW a different kind of woman. So I want to find out if you might have dyslexia.
My memory's not too good today.
And it's almost like you have to be this superwoman.
Years and years ago when I watched Titanic, and obviously My Heart Will Go On came on, and it just brought me back to that time.
And I was with 4 other sisters. Lord have mercy. So you know how they work. You're not gonna go over there and say nothing.
Come on, a little closer now, and let me know that you're mine. Woo!
It's going to be your turn to do your macaroons. No competition.
We're here at Britain's Top Designer 2015.
This is DKW. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Follow My Channel's updates on Facebook. Like your favourite videos and see pictures of your favourite artists. Access our Twitter @MyChannelUK and get to know what's on with My Channel. Visit tvmychannel.com and be connected to our world. My Channel, a whole new world of entertainment.
If I tell you a story, and you like that story, what kind of story is it?
It's a comedy.
No. Manchester
United.
I'm a pro.
Although I'm Chelsea. Love talk, time to communicate.
Okay. Say that word, but differently.
It's time to communicate. Right, so we are in a relationship.
What were you doing? You're not supposed to tell me the word. We are in a marriage.
Yes.
Okay.
And we are very serious about it. So what does that say?
A serious marriage.
No. It has to do with your brain.
Intelligence.
What?
Intelligent love.
Yes. See, I'm getting good at this.
Love Talk on My Channel Sky 203 every Saturday 3 p.m.
Hi, welcome back to our program, Finding Answers. Now, before we make our prayer, I do believe that you already have your glass of water there, right? I have mine here. We're going to pray together. But before this, I would like to speak with Pastor Michael, who is here with us, because this subject, we have to speak about this. Pastor Michael, many people are, until today, they're still looking for direction. And many people, they try to find it in many different, ways, right? But it seems like they're lost. They're just shooting, anywhere. They don't have a target.
Yeah.
What can you say about this?
Life is full of ups and downs. Life isn't easy to live. But when we discover what we have inside of us, when you discover what you have inside of you, you have a power inside of you. We have faith. We just need to know how to use it, develop it.
Mm-hmm.
But when we do, as we said in the previous part of the program, you'll be able, doesn't matter if you don't have all the answers to your life, but your faith will guide you. It will help you to achieve certain things. Sometimes when we don't use faith, we will never take a step forward.
Yes.
We must try things, and this is what faith does. It gives us that confidence.
Right.
It's an assurance that things will work out eventually.
Even though you don't see it.
Even though you don't see it, even though there's no signs. If we live by what we see, if we live by the things that we hear, then that's not faith. And this is what many people, Pastor Christian, they fail to understand. They only live life by what they see and what they hear. And that's why they will never ever believe in God, because we can't see him, we can't hear him. But if you can tap into that thing called faith, believing without seeing, you will achieve whatever you want. You believe that what is impossible will become possible in your life.
You know, Pastor Michael, I like what you said earlier when you said that, for example, there are people who they believe in themselves, true, but they just believe in themselves.
Yeah.
So there is that certain limit because we have our limitations. We can be the most intelligent person on earth, the most capable person on earth, but there is still these limitations we cannot surpass. But then when we start having this faith, this living faith we are talking about, you start believing, beyond your limit. What you cannot do, like you said, you are not afraid to pass that limit because you know it will work. And this is the faith that we want everybody to have, right?
Yeah, speaking on that point, Pastor Christian, how can you explain a person who is healthy, they eat well, they look after their body, but all of a sudden they're diagnosed with cancer or an incurable disease? What do you do then?
Yes.
How can you explain that? They're looking after themselves. But if this person listens to the conventional, the doctors, and says, look, this is incurable, you're going to die, where do I turn to? What will I do? If I believe in faith in God, then though I'm limited, I did what I could, but I'm still diagnosed with incurable disease. But if I use faith, I'm now stepping into a different realm.
Yes.
Now there is a chance, there is the belief that I will be healed. Even though I did look after my body, I was exercising, but my faith in God, I'm tapping into this energy and I will receive the healing that I want.
And this is what we want all of you, my friends who are viewing us right now, to achieve as well, to receive. We are going to make our prayer together. Please hold the glass of water right now and let's ask God to help us.
Prepare now for the moment of prayer. If you would like us to make a prayer concerning your family and loved ones, send your name and prayer request to help@findinganswers.tv.
My Lord and my God, in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, I present to you this viewer, my God. I pray on their behalf, this person who might have flipped channels now and came across Meredith's story, but yet, my God, they don't believe 100%. They want to change in their lives, but maybe they're afraid to take a step. They're afraid to take a leap of faith. My God, maybe this person wants to believe, but they can't find the way to believe. My God, Meredith's story is one example of you working in her life. My God, when we use faith, your word says what seems impossible will be made possible. There is no limits. There are no limits. There are no, my God, impossibilities for you. And that's why, my God, we are here. And as I pray now, I ask you to bless this person's glass of water. My God, help this person to believe, because maybe they believed in professionals, they believed in experts, but those people let them down. Where do they turn to now? My God, you're the only one that can help this person in this health problem, with their family issues, marriage issues. My God, this person who's feeling depressed, who feels lonely, my God, who can't even sleep well at night. My Lord, we turn to you and we believe, my Lord, that you will answer our prayer tonight. My God, bless this glass of water, and when they will drink it, may, Lord, your power, your strength enter this life and remove all that is negative in Jesus Christ's name. I determine this glass of water blessed now. You may drink it, and by faith, receive your blessing, receive an answer from God right now.
Amen. My friends, you who are watching us, listen. there is a way out. There is a direction. God is ready to help us. God is ready to help you. But for your life to change, you must take the first step. It has been said that the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step, right? So what is the single step for you? The single step for you right now is this. We're going to put the help line where you can call us. We have advisors there waiting on the other side of the line to answer you if you have any question. You know, if you need advices, now call right now. It's 020-7686-6300. All right? May the Lord bless you abundantly, and we will see you in the next episode of our program, Finding Answers. God bless.